I'm gonna be testing Opus 4.7 with ChatGPT and Gemini 3.1 to see if it has a better vision. Anthropic has just released Opus 4.7 and according to them, this is the most capable released model so far. They were able to compare it with the different models like Opus 4.6, GPT 5.4, Gemini 3.1 Pro, and Mythos Preview. So what really caught my eye is this aspect that they came up with of visual reasoning. So according to them, it has a better visual reasoning ability. And in this video, I decided to test Opus 4.7 ability to perform visual reasoning because according to them, Opus 4.7 has a substantially better vision. It can see images at more than 3 times the resolution and produces higher quality interfaces. So I developed a meshwork to test Opus 4.7's ability to identify these images. I'm going to be testing Opus 4.7 with ChatGPT and Gemini 3.1 to see if it has a better vision. So to get started, I have a meshwork and a criteria that I developed, and according to the first criteria that I'm going to be using is the basic perception, identifying the number of images and then being able to identify the color of the images that I have. And then I'll also be able to have the models identify the size and the spatial arrangement. We'll start off with this simple image right here, and I will have each of the models identify the number of marbles that we have in this image. It's a simple image, and let's see how they perform. So I'll get started with Opus 4.7, and as you can see, I have it in Opus 4.7, so I'm not using any other model. And then I have adaptive thinking turned on. And then I'll go ahead and have ChatGPT 5.4. As you can see, I have it in thinking mode. And then the last one is Gemini 3.1 Pro. So according to Opus 4.7, which is the most capable model released by Anthropic, it says it has 27 marbles in the image. That is not correct. Let us go to ChatGPT 5.4. I count 27 marbles in this image so far. That is not correct. Gemini 3.1. There are exactly 26 marbles in this image. So on the first criteria, Opus 4.7, ChatGPT 5.4 are wrong. They're not able to count these marbles correctly. So to help them understand more, I will go ahead and ask them the second question. So in this question, I will want them to identify the distinct color. So I want it to list every color that they see. Okay, looking at the marbles, here are the distinct colors I can identify. So roughly 9 base colors with an additional handful of accent swirls, 12 to 13 distinct colors. Let us see what ChatGPT is saying. So it has listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's not different from this one. Gemini so far, I think, has the best vision ability. So based on the image here, the distinct colors and variations, it has blue, green, orange, black, white, brown, amber. I decided to ask them if these marbles have the same sizes. So when you look at these marbles, they are almost similar in size. So it's gonna be hard to kind of identify it. So let us see how they answered. Looking closely at the image, the marbles appear to be very close in size but not perfectly uniform. That one, they nailed it. ChatGPT says they're mostly close in size, but there are noticeable differences. That's correct. Based on Gemini 3.1, says based on the image, the marbles appear to be all the same in size. Correct. So now let us look at their reasoning ability. So to test their reasoning abilities, I have decided to ask them a simple question. If you removed all the blue marbles, approximately what percentage of the total will remain? According to Opus 4.7, it says 78% because it says there are 6 blue marbles. If I look at this image, I can identify 7 blue marbles. ChatGPT says 8 clearly look blue. So this is, we can't even debate on that. It's totally wrong. Gemini 3.1 Pro says 7. That is correct. 73%. According to me, Gemini 3.31 Pro still has the best vision ability, comparing it to ChatGPT 5.4 and comparing it to Opus 4.7, which is the latest released model so far. I mean, you could go as far as trying to test the models, deeply based on the marble. I just developed like a slight, a criteria to test them and see. But I mean, this is just the a basic image that you can use, Gemini 3.1 Pro still nails. I'm a great fan of Cloud Code. I usually use Cloud Code almost every day. But in terms of using images, I mean developing images or even analyzing images, I prefer using Gemini 3.1 because it has the best vision ability. See you on the next video.